Hey guys, it's Game Nerd here with the Friday video. Uh, I'm going to be also doing videos on this weekend as well, so keep an eye out for those. Today's video, I want to talk about something that a lot of open source fans are talking about. There was an article recently that IGN had released, and you can go check it out for yourself. There was an article that IGN had released that had said that Windows could possibly be becoming open source in the future. And for fans of open source operating systems such as Linux or Ubuntu or Jelly Bean or Ice Cream Sandwich, that for fans of open source operating systems is a godsend, not to mention a surprise. Because I would never have expected Windows to go open source. Because it's, Microsoft has all been about, the C platform for the longest time, and now this all of a sudden article is saying that Windows might be becoming open source. That's a real surprise, and I would love if Windows were to become open source, because a lot of people hate Windows 8. I was just talking about this with a friend, as a matter of fact. Yesterday, I have another friend who uses Linux and finds it easier to use. And within saying that, the thing he said before was, I hate Windows 8. Which is not common, because a lot of people don't like Windows 8. And Microsoft is all but skipping 9 and going straight to 10. But if Windows does go open source, and they stray away from the C platform completely, what they're gonna have to redo all the code, delete all of the C platform. Go if they officially plan to go open source. Now, this is just an article that was released by IGN a few weeks ago. This is not official. This I'm not saying it's happening. I'm not saying it's not happening, but it could happen. And if it does, Microsoft definitely has some work to do. I don't, I'm a fan of open source operating systems myself. And, basically, this article blew the entire, the Twitter feed, the Facebook feed, the Tumblr feeds blew up. And this is huge for Microsoft. And it's such a surprise to think that after all these years, and Windows has been C platform for the longest time, it's really surprising to hear that they would go open source. And it's it's good. So if you want, you can check out the full article on IGN, and it'll be interesting. They'll have to change a lot of the code to open to source code. Have to use source code as opposed to C platform. I myself should be working at Microsoft because I know source code. And source code is basically for, of course, open source operating systems. C platform is C platform. So you're already on. You're either running C or you're running open source. And of course, to run open source, you require the knowledge of writing source code, or if you want to write C platform, you have to understand, of course, the knowledge of C. C is the very fundamental. Understanding the C language is vital to understanding how the writing of programs works. And to run an open source system, you have to understand source code, of course. But if Windows does, in fact, go open source officially, I think that this would be a godsend for a lot of people. And I know that this video is coming up to is being long, but I just really want to get this out there. So that's about it for me, guys. I don't know, like, Windows might go open source as opposed to C platform. If so, that would be great. If not, well, I'll still be using my open source operating system, so it's not really that big of a deal. If you have any questions regarding open source or C platform, leave a comment in the video, and as always, subscribe. And please, 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 I only have about 9 subscribers right now. I want to get over 100, so please subscribe and have a wonderful day.